Hello everyone, welcome to From the Star Wars Home Video Library. I'm your host Nathan P. Butler. Yes, finally the series is back. Probably with a little bit of echo. I'm still trying to work out the exact acoustics of this room and whether the blue snowball mic is going to work its magic in here or not. But finally, the move is complete. My wife and I have moved from our apartment into a new house, and because I now work from home, teaching online, the thought was, you know what, let's make an office out of one of the rooms, and that office is also doubling as a Star Wars room. So you can see its evolution here on the YouTube channel and whatnot, but basically I'm sitting, for those who have watched it, I'm sitting at that large computer desk with my work set up over here with the dual monitors and everything, my personal laptop here to record this, and behind me, the library. Not necessarily the home video stuff. That's a couple of shelves over this way towards the windows on either side of the window, but the books, the 9 feet of Star Wars bookshelves made up of 4 book towers of 6 shelves each, which are about a foot or so wide, and then about 2.5 feet each, give or take, of 2 large 5-shelf bookshelves there. But we're here to talk about home video this time, not to talk about books. So I want to take a look here at something that was actually kind of surprising, something I didn't even know existed until it was brought up in a comment on one of the earlier videos in this series, and I immediately jumped to eBay and tried to hunt it down to find what exactly it was that was being mentioned. You see, back in a previous episode, we talked about the Clone Wars micro-series by Genndy Tartakovsky and how you could get the original 20 chapters on this, Clone Wars Volume 1. Now, that's Clone Wars, not the Clone Wars. It's the Genndy Tartakovsky series from prior to the invention of T-Canon, right? This is not the Clone Wars with Dave Filoni behind it that kicked off T-Canon in 2008. This is not canon anymore. This is Legends, as opposed to the Clone Wars, which is both canon and Legends. Got all that? Yes, exactly. We looked at Volume 1. We looked at Volume 2, which took care of the last few chapters, the last 5 chapters, which were significantly longer than the smaller ones, all of which aired on Cartoon Network. All 25 aired on Cartoon Network in very, very small doses, never amounting to a full half-hour episode of anything, but when strung together, create sort of feature-length stories that can be presented on DVD. But I found at the time that there was something odd out there, and that was this. The bonus Lightsaber Action DVD from 2005, looked like so, and that included some unusual Star Wars content, including some of the Clone Wars. It had some trailers. It had a couple for Star Wars toys and one for the Star Wars Trilogy DVD box set. It had the Legend of the Lightsaber bonus feature, little featurette kind of thing, and it did include 2 episodes of the Clone Wars micro-series, episodes 1 and 8. Why 1 and 8? Hard to say. 1 makes sense, it's the beginning. 8, but they were going for just showing some lightsaber action. And these were pack-ins for various toys that were produced by Hasbro back in 2005. I figured this was it. I'd never heard of it before until just happening to run across it on eBay, did some research, and it seemed as though this was the only one out there. Turns out, I was wrong. You see, in 2007, they did this whole bonus Lightsaber Action DVD thing all over again with entirely new content. New for a bonus Lightsaber Action DVD, not necessarily new for Star Wars. And that in 2007 was this. Flip it over to the back, which is sort of a cover here. Bonus Lightsaber Action DVD, over 25 minutes of Clone Wars action with 2 exciting Clone Wars episodes. Bonus DVD, it says up there in the corner. Plus, The Force Unleashed. Now mine, because of how it was opened, this is something bought off of eBay, has a tear here from where the tape was. But essentially it says go behind the scenes of the new Star Wars The Force Unleashed game, I'm assuming. Here, LucasArts on the making of the game and its stories. Check out the Force Unleashed concept art. Definitely going to go with art on that one. See incredible new Force powers in act. I'm assuming that's action. But it's basically another of these bonus Lightsaber Action DVDs in completely different packaging. You flip it over, Completely different packaging. This time you can see the disc inside it. And of course that disc looks entirely different. Anakin there from the Tartakovsky series, from the latter episodes, bonus Lightsaber Action DVD. So they're calling it the same thing. And it says includes over 25 minutes of exciting Clone Wars episodes 24 and 25 plus scenes from the new Star Wars The Force Unleashed video game. This is 2007, which makes sense for The Force Unleashed to be a focus. What does that weird one include? Well, unlike the previous one that included 2 of the shorter episodes of the Clone Wars, so really a very small amount of actual Clone Wars video content, this includes 2 of the episodes from that last 5 that ran about 15 minutes each, 12 to 15 minutes each. So what we get here is the last 2 episodes of Clone Wars, or the last 2 episodes of what make up Volume 2 on DVD. Basically, Anakin on Nelvan, the capture of Palpatine, and the direct lead-in to Revenge of the Sith. What else is on there, though, is really just one little featurette that runs about 3 minutes of Hayden Blackman talking up The Force Unleashed back when it was in the concept stage. Some previs stuff, some concept art, and him talking about how cool it's going to be, and the 3 things to remember. You get to play as Vader's secret apprentice. It's between episodes 3 and 4, and you'll see some cool Unleashed Star Wars powers. But it's very much sort of a promo video, and he's talking to the audience, talking about how here are some things to remember when you're talking to your friends about it. It reminded me of one of those old videotapes, the VHS tapes that you would get in the mail from Nintendo Power, talking about how you're so awesome, you get to see this preview of this video game. Now go tell your friends, buy it, buy it, buy it. Right, like Donkey Kong Country and shit. But in any event, it is a quick little featurette, nothing really super special, but kind of neat to see where the mindset was of the marketing for Star Wars at the time, because here is a Hasbro product with a pack-in DVD of something being released on home video that is also promoting a Star Wars video game that's coming out. And nowhere on this one are any trailers or product placements or advertisements for toys or DVDs otherwise, or anything like that. Instead, you just put it in. It's a menu with 2 different options. Clone Wars, Force Unleashed sneak peek. Clone Wars gives you the 2 episodes, 24 and 25. Sneak peek gives you a little bit of The Force Unleashed, and that is it. That is all that is on that disc. An odd one, certainly, to say the least, but neat in that it's another way to get chapters 24 and 25 of the Clone Wars. And just like the other bonus Lightsaber Action DVD, but unlike the DVDs, these are in their original Cartoon Network airing format, which means it has the previously, it has the episode, little tag at the end, little next about what's coming at the end, or in the case of 25, credits that are essentially credits for the full series. Though, unfortunately, because it is in that original airing format rather than the regular widescreen format of the DVDs, they are letterboxed. Are they wide? Yeah, they're wide. But they're wide by having black bars at top and bottom in a standard definition size screen, which means on a widescreen TV these days, you have essentially the standard screen with black bars on either side, and that standard screen is divided into black bars and the picture. It is letterboxed, which makes it a less robust, I guess you could say, a less expensive, it ain't gonna take up your whole damn screen type of presentation than we would usually like to see with these episodes. But if you're looking for yet another very odd entry into the Star Wars home video library, one that even I didn't know existed until someone happened to mention it, and I went and looked and found that, hey, there's not just one, but 2 of these things with the exact same name but completely different content, well, you might want to check out the bonus Lightsaber Action DVD. It's an odd one, but you will find it every once in a while on eBay. I'm living proof! Damn, that was a horrible Cartman. Hope you enjoyed this look at a very odd item for the Star Wars home video library. We'll be back with more episodes now that we're finally in a place where I can record, and hopefully I'll get the audio issues sorted out if this has echoed a bit. But for now, thank you for watching, and may the Force be with the home video viewers. Here we go. This may need to be a little bit closer to me. Except I can't do it without putting my nuts into the table. Can't Couldn't any closer.